Hello everyone, today we are making Jetcat and this is episode 3. And this is also the last episode. If you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, we already added movements and obstacles, so check those out after this. So in episode 3, you're gonna add a menu. You see these two sprites here that just popped up now? Those you'll get in the description below. Let's start. To start, we will go to the player and remove the one green flag clicked and make a new message. Call it start game. Do that for all sprites that have a one green flag clicked. After doing that, you get a one green flag clicked and a hide. In the building sprite, you don't have to add it. The only place you have to add it is in the health sprite, the player hitbox, and the player. You can delete from the building sprite because these two use clone and that's why they're hidden. So now the game will not run because there's nothing that is starting the game. Now we can code that. To start, you get a one green flag clicked in the menu, and you get a show. And you get the when I receive. No, do not do that. Go to buttons, get a one green flag clicked show. Get a forever if touching mouse pointer and the mouse down. So if it's your mouse is touching the play button and mouse down, then for effect wait until go to operators, not back to setting, touching, not mouse down, and then down there we are going to get our start game. Now, oh yeah, we also have to add go to front layer. Yep, you could get a go to and change the Y to -50. Yeah, and nobody would ever want to click that. So we have to add a hide and a stop the script. And let's just come here to test. We can just get a when I receive start game hide just for a test. Yep, and the player is hidden. And I know why. And we have to get when I receive start game show. Check if it's there for all sprites. So here it is. Here it shouldn't. Here it is not. Here it is. It should actually also not. And yeah. So now if you check again, you see your player is back, but there's one thing. Nobody would ever want to click on this button. It's not moving, and that's why it doesn't look good. And to make it look good, we'll need this code. So we'll need a point in direction that you can get from motion. Then you put a 90 plus that you can get an operator. So here, then in the left place you write 90. Then you have to add a times 6 that you can also get from operators here, and then here you should write this 6. Then here you put a sign. I know lots of you don't know this block because it's an advanced block. Here abs of if you come here at the very last block of operators, you come here and you change it to sign. So then you put a multiplication sign with a 110 on the right side and timer on the left side. You put this all here in forever. Yep. Now people would want to click this way more, but still people would not want to click it because you must add some cool effect when you hover over it. And to do that, we will need an if else touching mouse pointer. Then you get a change size by. You get a divided operator and a minus operator. Here you put a 2. Here you write 100. And here you put your size input here that you can find in looks at the very bottom there. So you duplicate this too. Put this in here, and this one you can change to 120. And you put this one in the first empty space in the if, and this one in the second empty space of the if. If you now start the project, it will look like this, and now people would want to click this way more. But there's one more thing that is very important. Here you can add a set brightness effect and a set brightness effect tier 2. Here you can add a set 5. 5 is perfect. So now people would want to click that more. But who likes it that you would want to just click it and then on time? Oh no! People are not ready to play, so we must add a count. But before that, we must go to the menu and take the point and direction code. And I do not know what just happened. Okay, sorry guys, I think I'll need to code everything again. Okay, I do not know what happened, but at least I fixed it. Now let's come back to the menu and get a forever. Yep. Now the background also shakes, but let's make this is the amount of how much it will shake. So let's change this 1 to 2, so it will shake less than the play button. 1 would be better. 0.2. 1.2 is good. Now people would want to click the play button more, but I would say that it's way too big, so let's change this to 90. Yep, and this to 70. But for that we must change this to -70. Now it looks more like a real play button. But that also doesn't look good. So we have to make a new sprite, call it count. So you can just write some random numbers with white and just write 3. So for all sprites, just write 3, 2, 1 and go everything uppercase. That's how I would do it. After doing that, just to tell, this is how I made my go. So this, you could change this to 1 and this one to go. Yep. Then you, instead of changing this to start game, change it to new message and call it count. Yep, count. And after doing count, come here and get a when I receive count show. So get a when if I clicked hide. When we receive count show, then you get a switch. First you get a switch costume to 3, then wait 1 second, duplicate this, remove the show from it, and change this to 2. Duplicate this, change this to 1. Duplicate this and change this to go. Yep, like this is how it should look like. Then you hide. Yep, now after playing it will show this. Oh, this should be a 1. Sorry. Yeah, and now it will show this. You have to also then get a broadcast, start game, and then hide. 3, 2, 1, go. And yep, then you are in the game. So now let's make the dying from when you touch the body here. So come to hitbox and get an if. You get a if y position is less than negative 199, broadcast, sorry, not start game, you lose. And after taking, sorry, because of that black, just change it, and then you lose, and then you make a new sprite, call it you lose. Like that. And after that, you just use white text and write, click the green flag to start again. So if we now scroll in, you see remove green flag and change green flag with spaces. So change it because something will come in there. Choose a costume and write flag into the search bar. Yep, here, flag. Just wait. Copy this, paste it, and make it fit into that small place. So that's how I would do it. For me, it looks good like that. And now group everything together. And you can delete this. So you can, yeah, you lose, and make it bold. And center it. Yep. Put the size on 150. You get a when green flag clicked hide, and when I receive you lose show, wait 1 second and stop all. So some small touches after this. You must make it that, so for example, you now lose all your hearts, not only if you come here and wait, first we have to look at the Y position of the hitbox here. Yeah, now we are gonna be looking at the Y position. Yep, now we must make it negative 195. Yep, now it's gonna work. Yep, but we should, stop all. We have to add a stop all and duplicate this. And now get a hide. And remove the stop all and add that in all of the sprites. Just except the border. The border should have no code. So now after that, when I click play, I know why we also have to add or wait 0.1 seconds in all of those, all of the sprites except the border, because in the border will not be useful, and also for the players. So now let's give it a use and come here, add it here. Same for the health. Wait, the health has none. That was a mistake of mine. Let me just come here and add this. I could delete this. Then I can come in here and I'll find this, not water, here. Then also here. And lastly here. And how this will look like, we will see now. So now, wait. There was something I saw there. Yup. And now if I touch here, and yep, because I forgot to stop all, when I receive you lose, remove that hide from, I don't know from where that came from. Show stop all. Yep. And somehow you did not hide. Okay, I know why. You have to remove it from here, here, and here. Yep. No, if I fall. Yep. Now it's working. But now let's just add one more thing before we round up, and then we finish Jetcat. Let's just make a new variable and call it score for all sprites. Now you can change it into big, and we can go to any sprite actually. So first we can make a new sprite, call it blank. Blank is good. Yep. And you can just leave it empty so that the game will not lag at any cost. So now let's just come to, I'm just gonna put in player and get, no, in menu. Yeah, menu makes more sense. And get or set. Oh yeah, there's one more thing we have to do. We have to come here and get a repeat until. Sorry, we'll have to come here. Where is it? Yeah, hitbox, and set health to 0. Yep, that's what we have to do. Repeat until health is equal to 0. Change score by 0.01. When green flag clicked, of course. Set score to 0. No, this should be at the start game. So when I receive start game, yep, yeah, like this. Let's now just test it, and now the score is running, and now if it stops, yep, that's my score. So that is very good. And all we now have to do is, if our health is equal to 0, that is already not counted. So come to health and get a, if health is equal to 0, then all you have to do is broadcast you lose. And that's all for the whole entire project. So I think we are done with the project, and we are also done with the whole Jetcat. So bye guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell button to see more awesome videos. Bye!